I'm getting a lot of questions about hantavirus. Like, is this the next COVID? There's a lot of misinformation spreading on social media, so I wanted to do a quick video to debunk most of it. First of all, no, this is not the next COVID. And let me tell you why. What makes something like COVID or a pandemic flu really bad is that it spreads really easily, and this is often respiratory viruses. Hantavirus is almost always spread through rodents. That means inhaling basically dried versions of their pee, poop, and saliva. I know it's super gross. There's one type of hantavirus that has shown evidence of perhaps doing limited human-to-human transmission. That's called Andes virus, and that's actually probably the virus that we're dealing with on this cruise ship outbreak. Andes virus is primarily found in Argentina and Chile, and that is where this boat did depart. However, there have been questions even about the ability of this virus to transmit between people. It's only spread between really close contact, like if you're living with someone. Because of the incubation period and the way it spread, it's sometimes hard to understand if it happened because you gave it to someone or because they were living with you and they just developed symptoms later. For instance, say I develop hantavirus and 2 weeks later my partner develops hantavirus. Did I give it to him or was he exposed to the same source as me and just developed symptoms later? One of the reasons hantavirus is really unusual is because it takes anywhere from 1 to 8 weeks to incubate, usually like 2 to 3. That gives a lot of uncertainty in the timeline, right? But let's say there is human-to-human transmission here. Someone boarded the boat and then got someone else sick. It's really important to note we're talking about a cruise ship here. Cruise ships are basically the ideal conditions for spreading viruses in situations where they normally wouldn't. People come from all over the world, potentially bringing pathogens with them, and then they're living and eating and playing in very confined spaces, in this case for over a month. Also, cruise ship passengers tend to be older, which makes them more vulnerable to severe illness. But that is really, really different from someone sneezing on you at the grocery store or passing by and getting you sick. The current hantavirus outbreak in the Atlantic is really, really tragic, and it is a chance to learn more about a virus in a context that we haven't seen it before. But is this the next big pandemic? I really, really don't think so.